language generation.
Okay,
welcome, Professor Huang.
Thank you very much. So it's my honor to be here. Professor Tsinghua, a very interesting talk about the natural language processing, and some of the topics about natural language generation. So I will talk about my understanding and my thoughts on controllable natural language generation. So if we talk about this topic, we want to answer two questions. First one is what to control. The second one is how to control. And I will give my summary on this topic. So in the human communication, actually a human can have some kind of semantic meaning representation in the mind. And then it will formulate to the natural language question to another people. And the people will do natural language understanding, so they can do, for example, syntactic parsing or semantic analysis to understand the sentence, the meaning of the sentence. So this is a very fundamental for human communications. So is natural language processing equal to natural language understanding and plus natural language generation? So actually, there's a lot of work on this topic. We have text to text, we have data to text, we have meaning to text, we also have video and image and video to text. And for text to text, we have summarization, sentence simplification, so giving you a longer sentence, how can we write a short one? And also we do paraphrase generation. And also we have a machine translation. Professor Sun has very good work on this. And I'm working on that dialog generation. Also, we try to generate a non-text, for example, story generation or essay generation and approach generation. From the input modality, we have, for example, we can have this kind of document, so we can generate a summary for the document. Also, we have passage, we have sentence. Now we have this kind of structure, meaning representation. So we try to transfer the structured meaning representation into a sentence. And also we can have this kind of a table or structured data. For example, we have NBA play, we have NBA game. Statistic here, we want to write a news article for that. And also we have image and a video, and we try to generate a story or a report for that. So I wrote very brief mathematics behind the controllable natural language generation. So the fundamental problem is a language modeling problem. So we want to estimate the conditional probability. So X is the input and C is the codes to be controlled, and Y is the output to be generated. So we can write this form. And we can optimize this one with MLE. This is a maximum likelihood estimation. So essentially, we try to maximize the probability of observing the training data. And also, when generation, we use this autoregressive text generation. So each time we sample a word from this distribution. So this is a very simple one, a very large distribution over the vocabulary. And then we feed YT into the input again to generate the next token. So this could be done recursively. And if we look at the problem from the information perspective, we have different settings. The first one is the semantic equivalence. So this we have perfect information about the input because in machine translation the meaning has been given in the input. And the second one is more to less. So we also have perfect information about the input. For example, when we do summarization, we have the longer document, and we want to generate a short summary about that. And then we have text compression and simplification. But also we have less to more. So this is the imperfect information because the input is not imperfect. So we have data to text and the meaning to text and the character to text and the zero to text. So different settings. So in that way, the first two problems need the model to be less creative. So you don't have too much flexibility to create the language. But from here, we need to be more creative because there's a lot of flexibility you can do in the model. And so what to control? So actually, we have 4 dimensions. The first one is about repetition and fluency. So this is much about grammar. And another one is the specificity and the informativeness and the diversity. So this is about the content quality of the generation. Also, the third one is about fidelity and the relevance. So this talks about the input should be the relationship between the input and the output. So the generated result should be faithful to the input and relevant to the input. And the last one is about the consistency and the coherence. And the output should not be conflicting with the for example, the input and the context. So this is about more about the semantics and the logic. So let me show what are the problems. So for example, this is the first problem I want to talk about, the informativeness. So this is about the dialog generation. We have inputted here, and the model is very easy to generate a very generic and safe universal text. So this kind of input. So this is because we want to maximize the MLE object like this. So, however, in dialog generation, there's a lot of data cannot be observed correctly because we just have very limited training data. A lot of good response cannot be observed. So, and the second problem is repetition. So here again, this is a dialog generation case. The machine will generate a very ridiculous responses like this. I don't like either, but I like to eat rice. And this is I like you, but I do not like you. So this is contradictory to each other. And also we train a transformer model. This is a very pre-trained model trained on very large corpus. And we then fine-tune on the RC stories. It will generate a story like this. This is a lot of repetitive information there. So this is still a lot of problems to be solved. And then the third issue I want to talk about is coherence and consistency. So there's a semantic conflicting like this example, and then there's a wrong connected like this one, and also the wrong pronoun and noun. So this is not good, and this is not good. So why? What is the reason for that? The first one is comes from the probabilistic sampling. Because we want to do generation, we want to sample a word each time from a very large distribution. So it's very easy to introduce random noise. And the second one is the current neural network has the issue of catastrophic forgetting. So it can capture the long-range context and the dependency, and the non-memorization of what has been said. So this is a serious problem. And also it lacks of symbolic knowledge and no real understanding. There's a very good paper on that you can check out. And so I will talk about how to control. The first one is the sampling. The second one is we can use the controllable code, and we can use knowledge, and we can use planning. But also, we also have other techniques. For example, you use beam search, conditional training, or weighted decoding. And this is the two work by my team. Okay, let's talk about the sampling. So when we do generation, we need to sample a word from this kind of distribution. Remember that the vocabulary size is normally almost 20,000 or 30,000. So this is a very large distribution. And when we do sampling from this kind of distribution, it will very easy to lead to long tail noises. So the performance will be degraded very significantly. Of course, we have some possible solutions. For example, we can use beam search to find several candidates, and then we do re-rank. Or we can use the top K sampling, so we can fix some kind of K, and we just sample from the top K words. However, this work did very good work here. For example, we have given this kind of context, and we want to generate the next token like this. So we have a very broad distribution. But when you sample from this distribution, we have many different options to generate to pick the word. However, in this case, we have very narrow distribution. So we just you can say that the legal words is only maybe only the top 4 words. So we can use this kind of nucleus sampling. So we specify a threshold like this, for example, and then if the sum of the probabilities is larger than this one, so we just keep these 4 words to sample from. So this is a very simple but very effective way to reduce the noises. And another work, they use the controllable codes. So for example, we have X, and we use the encoder to represent the X into latent code Z. And then we have pre-specified latent codes. So this should be controlled. And then we have a generator to reconstruct the X as X hat. And then we have a discriminator. And then we use this kind of reconstructed X hat to provide the supervision whether this one is consistent with this latent code. So this is a very simple technique. And they can control the plurality of the review sentence and also the tense of the sentence. For example, we can generate a negative and a past tense sentence, or negative one and the present. So this is a kind of control codes. And I will talk about knowledge. So we can use the Commonsense and word facts knowledge for better dialog generation. Professor Tsinghua also talk about this problem. There's a very famous saying, what we can't understand, we can't create. So this is about Commonsense knowledge. So we all have Commonsense knowledge. There's a very famous Wiener Grant challenge for Commonsense reasoning. For example, in this very simple sentence, we just vary one word and the question and the word in the question. So the answer is totally different. And for human, it's very easy to answer the question. But for machine, the most competitive result is about 76% accuracy. So this is still a big problem. So I give you an example here. So if I have a poster here, I have an asthma since 3 years old. So if we don't understand the word asthma, how could we respond? It's very easy to if this is the case, it's very easy to generate the generic and the meaningless responses. So our assumption is that if we have better language understanding, then we can do better language generation. So our idea is, even though I don't know this word, asthma, but if I have a knowledge about this, so this is a non-disease, and this is a respiratory disease caused by air pollution. I can guess the meaning of the word. So this is the idea to try to lead to better generation. So we have an algorithm like this. So for the input, we associate each word with a knowledge graph, and then we do knowledge embedding, and then we do knowledge aware encoder, and then during decoding, so we use the knowledge attention to first attend to the graph, and then to retrieval, and then we generate the corresponding word. So this is a much more meaningful responses when we don't know the word, even though. So we can see we have a much better metrics about the informativeness. So this is a good result. And another one is we try to do a planning to avoid the repetition. So this is very important for long text generation. So but the issues in long data to text generation is first one, the fidelity to the input. That means if you generate some information, it should be faithful to your input. You should not generate wrong information. This is very important. And another one is repetition. And the third one is inter-sentence coherence is very important in non-text generation, as we just see in the story generation. So our problem is like this. If I give you a list of key value pairs, for example, this is one category and address, and this is a design and a figure flagging, and then how do we generate a text for this? So we first do planning. So the planning is a list of groups. The first group is about number 3 and number 10. And then the second group is number 4 and number 6 and number 7. and so on. And then for each group, we generate a corresponding sentence. So for example, we generate this sentence, so we condition on this current group and the previous generated sentences. So in that way, we can capture the coherence between sentences. So we build a model like this. We have input atoms in encoding, and then we decode a sequence of groups. So each group is a subset of the input atoms. And then we can generate a corresponding sentence conditioned on, for example, the second sentence is conditioned on the second group. Just this is the applying the result. And the previous generated sentences while the latent code. So this is one latent code, this is another one. So we just decompose the task into two subtasks. First one is planning. We first generate the sequence groups, and each group is a subset of input atoms. And then we do realization. So we generate each sentence conditioned on the current group and the previous generated sentences. In that way, we can capture the inter-sentence coherence. And we can see a very good result on this diversity and repetition. So we can see this is our model. So it's substantially smaller than the other strong baselines. And this is a distinct score. It's much better than other models. And also, we generate a recipe. So give me a list of ingredients. How can we generate a recipe for that input data? So we have a very good diversity score and a repetition score. Let me summarize the work. So we have controllability is a fundamental problem in natural language generation models. And there's many aspects we control, for example, specificity, diversity, repetition, and consistency and relevance. Also, automatic evaluations are still an open problem. And we need, for example, to consider symbolic knowledge in the planning. And also, this field is far from being solved. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, due to the time limit, we will skip the answer questions. So if you have questions, please discuss offline.
Okay, thank you.